What's going on, sports fans? I am JD. Welcome to JD Sports Talk, and in this video, we are going to discuss the hot report from Ian Begley, who I call the great Ian Begley of SNY, where per his sources, he is reporting that the New York Knicks have Lonzo Ball, Dennis Schroder, and Kyle Lowry as players on their radar this offseason. He is also reporting and confirming an earlier report that the New York Knicks are in fact monitoring the situation of Dame Lillard in Portland in the event that an opportunity presents itself to where they can acquire his services. So we're going to get into that as we transition into the JD Bulletin board in a few moments here. I just want to say first, thank you very much to everyone that's watching. I received an email today from YouTube to where the channel is upwards of 30,000 views and only 10 uploads. We're over 700 subscribers. So just want to say thank you very much. Every subscriber matters to me, and let's keep it going. So if this is your first time watching, thank you for stopping by. I invite you to watch the video. If you happen to like the video, give me a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And if you do, make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I go live or drop a video. And I may go live this week, thinking about doing the Knicks, a Knicks game in via of a play-by-play fashion. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. I'm also dropping a video of coming up, so please stay tuned to that. It is involving a Miami Heat player and his contract demands and how that can affect the Knicks' current free agents, impending free agents. So you don't want to miss that. So please stay tuned to that. So let's get right to it here. Start with Damian Lillard. Now, first of all, these four players I will categorize in four different categories, right? Dame Lillard to me would be the home run play, right? He's the superstar. Acquiring him via trade, that's the home run play. Lonzo Ball would be considered, in my opinion, the upside play. He fits your trajectory. He's the upside play. Kyle Lowry, to me, would fit that veteran leadership, championship DNA kind of win now play, right? Getting his services, you're probably, you're thinking win now kind of, mindset acquiring Kyle Lowry. Dennis Schroder, to me, would be you struck out, you struck out in free agency, you struck out in the trade market. And he, to me, would be considered the guy that you would acquire as a consolation prize, as one as, maybe plan B. And he would be a solid play, but most likely you probably had to overpay to acquire him for your team. So that's how I would categorize these four players. Now, to start with Dame Lillard, I want to first say, I have a lot of respect for the Portland Trailblazer fan base. They are very supportive of their organization. They've always been supportive. The fan base has a rich tradition of being loyal, and so I hope it works out with Dame Lillard. I'm a big Dame Lillard fan. I root for him. I always tend to root for underdogs and players that want to make it happen for their team that they were drafted by. So I want to say that first. Second thing I want to say is I see this as very highly unlikely. Ian Begley also shares those same sentiments in his report, in his article, where it's an unlikely proposition for the simple fact that Dame Lillard is signed long-term, as well as the Portland Trailblazers will do everything they can to make it work with him. And in my prediction, I think the first domino effect is going to be the firing of Terry Stotts. I think the Portland Trailblazers, I don't see them going far in the playoffs. And I think as a result of that, two things may happen. One, Terry Stotts gets fired. They try a new coach, a new system, a new philosophy around Dame Lillard. And then the second thing that could happen is they could trade CJ McCollum to kind of shake things up and see if they find some success with, a different nucleus of players. So I think those two will happen before we even get to potentially trading, the Portland Trailblazers trading Dame Lillard. Now, Kyle Lowry is very interesting because Kyle Lowry's 35 years old, but the age thing doesn't really, fit with me with people that want to argue against age. And the reason I say that is because Kyle Lowry in 2010, 2011, that was his first season where he became a full-time starter. Now, he played 4 seasons before that. So in 2010, 2011 season is when he was his first season as a full-time starter in the league. So you're talking about 10 seasons. Yes, there seems to be a lot of miles on him, but it may be a little bit deceiving. And the other point that may deceive that is the fact that shooting efficiency. This year, he's shooting better from three than he was last year, right? This season, he's shooting, 39, almost 40% from three. And last season, he was shooting 35%. This season, he's shooting almost 44% from field goal. Last season, he was shooting 41%. Right? He's playing a minute or two less. He has a steal last year. He has a steal this year. Right? He has 7 assists last year, 7 assists this year, 5 rebounds last year, 5 rebounds this year. So at 35 years of age, Kyle Lowry is still effective. So is age really a concern for me on a 2-year contract? No. But however, with all that being said, I just wouldn't go in this direction for the simple fact that I think Kyle Lowry is more of a win now player. And I know people may look at the Chris Paul thing and kind of try to put it together, but it's really not. Kyle Lowry, the Sixers could be a possibility. I just see him. I want the Knicks to finally end this stopgap stuff, this Band-Aid stuff. And I want the Knicks to finally settle this with a point guard that's within their trajectory, that's within the age range of the other nucleus with, RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, etc., and kind of build within. That's my preference. I think that's what the Knicks are thinking. And that's why they've been connected with Lonzo Ball so much, is because I think that's where the Knicks would prefer to go, is to acquire, a 23-year-old who is shooting 38% from three this season, who, is playing extremely well, who plays better at home. I've looked at his last few seasons. Lonzo Ball plays, shoots better at home. This season, Lonzo Ball is shooting almost 42% from three at home to 34% on the road. And he over the last few seasons, he's been a better home player. Now that bodes well because it's Madison Square Garden. It's the pressure. Next season, the fans are back. And so if Lonzo Ball is able to shoot better, and this has been one of his, major, cause of concerns in the past, and he's continued to improve, I think that bodes well here in New York. So Lonzo Ball, I think, to me, would be the most realistic and most attractive option. I just like his age, man. I just like his age. I like the way he's improved. Is he that pure point guard? He's been playing off ball this season, and there's been complaints about his current fit with the Pelicans, if that is the best way to use him. I do know that with the New York Knicks, he will be an asset in his ability to kickstart a fast break. The outlet pass, make quick passes. The ball doesn't stick with Lonzo. He is developing a great outside shot. He can play off the ball. He can cut. And so, the Knicks may be able to find a way to make him fit here with the young nucleus of Emmanuel Quickley, Julius Randle, and RJ Barrett. He could potentially develop a deadly two-man game with Julius Randle. So Lonzo Ball is a very attractive option. He won't be 24 until late October 27th. So you're talking about a nice trajectory here if you acquire his services. Now with Dennis Schroder, I just think this is a situation where it will cost too much for the level of player that you're getting. It's kind of sort of like a Gordon Hayward situation where they're good players, they're solid players, but will the price make sense? Will it match what you are asking for? And they also, real quick, it brings me back to Kyle Lowry too. A lot of Knicks fans are saying 2 years. Do you really think Kyle Lowry is going for a 2-year contract? Kyle Lowry is going to ask for 4 years, and he's probably going to come down to 3 years. So is that something that you want to commit yourself to? 3 years for Kyle Lowry, who is a win now player. I mean, in my opinion, if Kyle Lowry would be an addition for 2 reasons. You win now, and then if you believe that Emmanuel Quickley is a future starter at that position, then yes, you bring in Kyle Lowry, kind of mentor him in addition to Derrick Rose, and kind of build that development and chemistry moving forward. But if that's not the reason, and you don't acquire another superstar, then I don't see what's the point of bringing Kyle Lowry. You might as well just try to build with a young point guard. And so, I just wanted to bring that Kyle Lowry top point back up. And now with Schroder, again, he hasn't played a full season in his career. He's been dealing with some nagging injuries the last few years. I just think this is one of those situations where it will cost a little bit more to acquire a solid player. You're probably paying for all-star, level pricing, and you're getting a solid player. That doesn't match. All-star money for solid results. I'm not paying for that. So this is that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Who you think the Knicks should get? Who will be the future point guard of the New York Knicks? What do you think about this video? Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do. I am JD. This is JD Sports Talk, and I'll see you around for the next video.